If I were representing Drake, I would have told him not to sue for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's not a good look for a titan of the music industry to be suing because one of your competitors had a super popular song. Makes you look like a crybaby.
Alleges in the lawsuit that UMG permitted content creators such as Kai Cenat, Zeus, No Life Shack, RDC Gaming to monetize reactions to Not Like Us without enforcing copyright claims. He claims this lack of enforcement enabled the spread of defamatory content while generating profits for both UMG and the creator.
So UMG just hit back at Drake in a new court filing, basically telling him to sit down and be quiet because he has plenty of secrets. They're saying if he doesn't back off, they'll reveal all his lies. Drake sued UMG with an 81-page court document, accusing them of trying to ruin his career by helping Kendrick's diss tracks go viral. But UMG fired back, saying Drake is only upset because he was embarrassed when the world saw him lose the rap battle and get exposed by Kendrick. And that's not all. UMG also claims they have proof that Drake used paid promotions and bots to boost his music, the same thing he accused Kendrick of doing. On top of that, they say they have solid evidence for some of the things Kendrick called him out for, like chasing young girls, being creepy, and having shady business deals. But do they really have proof of all this? And is Drake still going ahead with his lawsuit? Let's break it down.
If I were representing Drake, I would have told him not to sue for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's not a good look for a titan of the music industry to be suing because one of your competitors had a super popular song. Makes you look like a crybaby.
It looks like Universal Music Group, UMG, is completely done with Drake's drama. Now they're doing everything they can to push back, even if it means exposing his secrets. For those who don't know, Drake sued his record label, UMG, claiming they helped spread lies about him by promoting Kendrick Lamar's song, Not Like Us. He also said that after the song went viral, he and his family started getting attacked. According to him, people even showed up at his house to harass him and his staff. The trouble started in May, right after Not Like Us was released. The first attack happened on May 7th last year, when someone shot at Drake's security guard, sending him to the hospital. Then, on May 8th, someone broke into Drake's Toronto home by digging under the security fence. The security team stopped them before they could cause any harm, but the intruder still shouted racist slurs and threats before being taken away. According to court documents, Not Like Us spread a false and harmful claim that Drake is a criminal and encouraged people to take justice into their own hands. Drake's lawsuit says the song's lyrics, album cover, and music video all pushed this false story, calling him a predator who should be watched closely. Posters even appeared around Toronto showing Drake's photo next to a Canadian YouTuber who was sentenced to prison for a crime, with the caption, "Canadian ex-predators gotta stick together." Drake's lawsuit claims UMG promoted the song for 3 reasons. 1. The more people streamed, watched, and downloaded it, the more money UMG and its executives made. 2. UMG's Interscope Records owns Kendrick Lamar's past music and just signed a new contract with him. 3. They wanted to prove they could maximize his sales under their deal.
One of the most interesting points from Drake's lawsuit versus UMG is stated in paragraphs 51 through 53. In this portion of the lawsuit, Drake claims that Kendrick Lamar, back in 2022, signed a short-term deal with UMG. But part of the terms of his deal was that he wanted to see exactly what UMG was willing to do for him. He wanted to see if UMG could push him to the level of their biggest artist, Drake. And he wanted to see them do it in a shorter time period. And if UMG successfully was able to push him to that same level, then he would agree to sign a longer term deal with UMG. Drake is alleging that UMG used this whole rap battle, this whole scheme, this whole plot in an effort to push Kendrick Lamar up higher, get him to sign that long-term deal, and that they used their biggest artist, their biggest moneymaker, Drake, to do so. Part of the proof of that comes in paragraph 52, where Drake alleges that Kendrick Lamar did in fact sign a longer term deal in December of 2024. If that is true, if they go through discovery and find evidence that Kendrick Lamar did in fact sign a long-term deal in December 2024, and that Kendrick Lamar did in fact insist of signing a short-term deal back in 2022 and told UMG that I want to see you push me the same way and I want to see you get me to that level. If that was part of the terms and they can find that in discovery, then that proves not only a motive, but also malice. Whew. That means that a conspiracy was thought up and executed against Drake.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar are both signed to Universal Music Group, UMG, but under different divisions, Drake with Republic Records and Kendrick with Interscope. Drake believes UMG helped promote Kendrick's song Not Like Us because his contract with them was about to expire. UMG knew renewing his deal would be expensive, so by making his music seem less valuable, they could pressure him into signing a new contract with better terms for UMG. Back in 2022, Drake signed a huge $400 million deal with UMG, covering his music, publishing, merchandise, and visuals. It was one of the biggest deals UMG had ever made. Now, with his contract ending, Drake wants a better deal, believing he deserves it because of his success. Since 2022, he's released major projects including Honestly Nevermind, Her Loss, with 21 Savage, and For All the Dogs, all of which did very well. Drake, being one of UMG's top-selling artists, reportedly wanted around $600 million for his next contract, but UMG wasn't willing to pay that much. He may have thought that winning his rap feud with Kendrick would boost his value and give him more power in negotiations. However, he lost, and Kendrick publicly embarrassed him. Drake claims that UMG took advantage of this to offer him a lower deal. In his lawsuit, Drake also accuses UMG of allowing YouTubers like Kai Cenat, Zeus, No Life Shack, and RDC Gaming to react to Not Like Us without taking down their videos for copyright reasons. He argues that this helped spread negative content about him while making money for both UMG and the creators. He claims UMG cared more about profits than his well-being. As for how reactions to the song affect Drake's safety, that part is questionable. Maybe he believes the viral content made the situation worse by encouraging hate against him, but it's not clear how that directly put him in danger.
Alleges in the lawsuit that UMG permitted content creators such as Kai Cenat, Zeus, No Life Shack, RDC Gaming to monetize reactions to Not Like Us without enforcing copyright claims. He claims this lack of enforcement enabled the spread of defamatory content while generating profits for both UMG and the creators, prioritizing revenue over Drake's safety. This is my question. What about people reacting to the song has anything to do with his...
This lawsuit is different from the legal notice Drake filed last year. That notice wasn't a full lawsuit. It was more like asking the court for permission to check UMG's records, because he believed they did something shady to promote Kendrick Lamar's music. At the time, UMG denied Drake's claims, calling them offensive and false. Drake later withdrew that request before filing this major 81-page lawsuit. Now UMG is fighting back again. They called Drake's lawsuit unreasonable and said they're ready to do whatever it takes to protect their reputation. A UMG spokesperson stated that Drake's claims are false and that it makes no sense to say they would try to harm him. They pointed out that UMG has heavily invested in Drake's career and that their team has worked hard for years to help him succeed. UMG also accused Drake of using this lawsuit as a way to get back at Kendrick Lamar after losing a rap battle. They noted that Drake has always used UMG to distribute his music and has engaged in rap feuds before. But now, instead of just making music, he's trying to use the legal system to silence other artists and demand money from UMG for distributing music. They insisted that they do not spread false information about anyone and will strongly defend themselves in court. Basically, UMG is saying they will do everything they can to protect themselves and Kendrick while fighting Drake in court. They're also suggesting that Drake is only doing this because he's upset about losing the rap battle, even though he has benefited from similar promotional tactics in the past. For example, back in 2018, when Drake released his Scorpion album, Spotify users complained that the app was pushing his music too much. His songs appeared on almost every playlist, and some users even searched for unrelated music, but still got Drake's songs. This caused backlash, and Spotify had to compensate some users who felt forced into promoting Drake. Because of this, many people now believe that Drake is being hypocritical. He was fine with UMG's marketing tactics when they worked in his favor.
Crash out, guys. But from a legal perspective, it's an interesting move on Drake's part. Notably, he's not suing Kendrick Lamar, right? He's suing Universal, which reps both of these artists.
So why would he do that?
Yeah, so it's interesting. It seems like a failed attempt, sort of not to look petty, not to look like he's suing the artist that just, annihilated him in this rap battle. Let's just call it for what it is. That song is a banger, right? But so, the idea is that Universal.
Carolyn, I didn't know you were a rap fan.
I am.
Oh my God,
I'm
I
a
love
Lamar
this.
stan. I'm a Kendrick Lamar stan. But look, legally speaking, the idea is that Universal has been representing Drake for many, many years, that they know these allegations are false. They wouldn't be repping him otherwise. And the fact that they push this distribution so much, the song has been streamed on Spotify over 1 billion times. They've really been backing Kendrick Lamar on this one. Look, it's unique in this industry. I think it's sort of poetic justice. The song "Not Like Us." I mean, a lot of people in the community are saying, this is not how you deal with hip hop rap battle beef. You go in the studio, you lay down some tracks. This is not what Drake is doing. On legal grounds, I think he's on pretty shaky legal grounds. There's this concept of sort of informed consent. It's when you get into rap battles, you would expect that there's going to be some, back and forth. And there is also First Amendment free speech rights implicated.
But wait, it gets even stranger. Drake has been linked to UMG CEO Lucien Gras, and there are rumors that they have a close relationship, if you know what I mean. These rumors started after Kanye West claimed that Drake has a rich baby daddy, who is none other than Lucien Gras. Double asterisk.
How you say rich baby daddy? It's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucien.
Kanye said in an interview that Lucien behaves in a dishonest way. He also said that Lucien is one of the people who make money by encouraging a harmful culture among black people.
Well, Lucien worked for people who control the banks in Africa, who keep,
Oh my God.
Think about we had Black Wall Street, we had Harlem, we've been gentrified, and we ain't really been pulled together since, other than to maintain what they call the black vote, which you don't have an opinion in that vote. And then they get all these celebrities, they go on TV like, we got a problem with his political opinion. He's out of control. He's bipolar. He's anti-Semite. He's whatever they want to call somebody to try to get people to not listen or have, take away.
Drake's lawsuit isn't just about one thing. The main issue he brought up is that Kendrick's diss track lyrics were damaging to his reputation. The songs accused him of being inappropriate with young people and even suggested he should be watched by his community. But here's the thing. Kendrick isn't the first to say this. Drake has had a reputation for being interested in very young women for a long time. People saw him as the older guy who likes younger girls so much that when South African singer Tyla became famous, she expected him to message her, and he did.
Definitely Drake. Like, I was low-key waiting for him because I knew, hey, he's gonna come. He's gonna come. So I was waiting for that follow, and hey, he was there.
So he followed you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Really though? Any work coming with Drake?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm silenced.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
When Not Like Us became popular last year, people started looking for old videos and pictures of Drake in strange situations with girls who were too young to be involved with him. One of the most talked about clips was an interview with Millie Bobby Brown, where she said that she and Drake used to text and call each other a lot, even saying, "I love you." When the interviewer asked for more details, Millie said that Drake used to give her advice about boys. Keep in mind, Millie was only 14 years old at the time.
Love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
It's the same way he was in Billie Eilish's DMS trying to be besties the moment Billie became famous.
But like Drake, come on. Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only like texted him, but he's so nice. Like, he does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? He's at a level in his life where he doesn't need to be nice, but he is.
Being a good example for younger artists is one thing, but acting like you're their best friend in their DMs is a whole different story. Then there's Uriah Smith, who Drake dated when she had just turned legal. After she broke up with him, he insulted her in a diss track. Drake and Uriah were together for a short time when she was 19. Within weeks of meeting her, he became obsessed, so much that he even got a tattoo of the number 11 because her birthday is June 11th. But it was obvious Uriah wasn't as interested in him, since she downplayed their relationship when asked about it.
If someone said, what do you think the most emotional interaction was between Drake and Georgia, I'd be like, he's definitely texted her at 4 a.m. saying, I need you, girl. Has he never sent you that text at 4 a.m.? No. Oh, man. I've got Drake all wrong.
I guess he's not as emotional as everyone thinks.
He's not. He's a tough guy, clearly.
Drake felt hurt by this, so he went straight to the studio and called her sneaky and untrustworthy in his song, Jaded. In the song, he also said this about her. You have too many opinions, and I have to pretend to agree. We could have taken our time, but I wasn't in a hurry. There's an age gap. You're old enough, but you still act young. Since Drake has a history with many women, people were already saying things about him like this before. So Kendrick wasn't really saying anything new. This just makes it clear that Drake is suing because he's upset about losing the rap battle. But we'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Drake is overreacting, or is UMG using its power to pressure him? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned for the next video.